beautiful day here in Pennsylvania, Chuck.
Right it is, Bob. What do we have in store for our viewers today?
Well, today, Chuck, we have a very, very exciting battle between the Union General George Meade and the highly decorated General Robert E. Lee.
Wow, with such a matchup, this should prove to be the battle of the ages.
Oh, hey, the armies are taking their place in the field.
Well, then let's just go to our infield correspondent, Steve. Steve, are you there?
Yes, I hear you, Chuck. This looks to be an exciting day. The Federal cavalry was the first to show up here in Gettysburg, but soon Confederate troops showed up and the firefight began. Troops from each side are coming in droves, with Lee's Napoleonic fan proving to be very effective, each new brigade crashing into the Army of the Potomac's right flank, giving them no pause for breath.
Yes, Steve, things sure are heating up down there. Sounds like Lee's forces are off to a great start. Hey, Chuck?
That's right, Bob. That Napoleonic fan sure does work. No wonder Napoleon was winning so many campaigns.
So, Steve, how's the battle progressing? Is Lee pushing his advantage?
Well, to be honest, no he's not. When he arrived on the scene and appraised the situation, Lee felt that the Union soldiers should be followed and attacked again before they had a chance to set up fortifications and give the rest of the Army of the Potomac time to arrive. So he ordered General Ewell, commander of the 2nd Corps of the Army of Northern Virginia, to attack the Union soldiers on Cemetery Hill and Culp's Hill. Ewell, however, hesitated, giving the entire Yankee Army, a force 80,000 strong, plenty of time to entrench themselves along Cemetery.
Well, it looks like both armies are in position, and it looks like it's culminating to be a great battle. Let's hear a word from our sponsors.
When you buy a Snyder Enfield rifle, you buy accuracy and reliability. Imported from Great Britain, this is one of the best guns on the market. If you ain't got a Snyder Enfield, you ain't got nothing.
Alright.
Well, it's day 2 here at Gettysburg, and General Meade has just arrived. You know, it's not very often that you have the commanding general come last.
Well, better late than never. That's what my mom always said. It also looks like Stuart and his cavalry have arrived, bringing over 100 wagons of badly needed supplies, and over 400 Yankee prisoners of war. Is there anything else of interest going down there, Steve?
Well, Lee, always preferring the offensive, ordered General Longstreet to attack the Union on the left about 9 a.m. Now, Lee trusted Longstreet, so he left Longstreet to formulate what to do on his own, but came back to his headquarters about 11 to find Longstreet still there. And Longstreet did not finally attack until 4 p.m., 7 hours after receipt. I'm not sure why he waited as long as he did, but it was a very close battle. The Confederate forces almost broke the Union line, but Chamberlain and his 20th Maine saved the day by charging back against Longstreet and holding the line.
Have there been any other attacks, Union or Confederate?
You also made an attack, when ordered, might I add, about 7 p.m., and captured a few of the Union's trenches. But about 4 a.m. on the 3rd, Union artillery opened fire on the newly entrenched Confederate soldiers, eventually driving them back. Ewell continued his attack about 8 a.m., but after 3 hours of hard fighting, the Union counterattacked and pushed them off of the hill.
Sounds like a tough battle. Wait, we're getting a report in now. Something about Pickett?
You must mean the charge he is taking now? Well, Lee has massed over 140 cannons to bombard the Union troops, to give Pickett's men some cover. But the Union cannons proved more effective, blasting ragged holes in Pickett's line, effectively ending the charge and the battle. All the Army of Northern Virginia had left to do was pack everything up and go home.
With this day coming to an end, we've seen the defeat of the Army of Northern Virginia. Now, for a few more words on the subject, we have our in-the-field correspondent, Steve.
Whoa, Steve! That was a unorthodox entrance. How's it going?
Not bad, gentlemen. What's going on, my friends?
So, Steve, how about we start our discussion with what went wrong before the battle started?
All right, you know, I was listening to a couple of the guys coming up here, and they're trying to convince me that this was Jeb Stuart's fault. Now, I completely disagree. At first, Lee ordered Stuart to guard the Confederate flank from Union spies, and he did this very effectively. And then Stuart was ordered to catch up with the front of the Army of Northern Virginia. Now, the most direct path would be straight through the Army of the Potomac, and that would have lost many troops, while he could have easily taken a route around the Army of the Potomac, which he did. And he gathered up over 100 wagons of badly needed supplies, and over 400 prisoners of war. And these would really help the Confederate cause. And, you know, there's really nothing they can say about Stuart before the battle.
Yeah, what about during the battle?
Well, he was ordered to guard the Union, or the Confederate flank, the far left flank, and he did this very well. But then Lee ordered him to attack the rear, and as he was trying to do this, he was ambushed by Custer's soldiers, and there was nothing he could do to get through them. And he couldn't get there, but it really wasn't his fault.
Really? So, whose fault do you think it was?
I really think the blame lies with General Longstreet. He's one of Lee's most trusted advisors, and during this battle, he just screwed up. I don't know what went wrong, but this was not his day. First off, on the second day, Lee had ordered him to attack at 9 a.m. Now, maybe if he'd attacked at 10, gotten his troops ready and attacked at 10, that would have been good, but he did not attack until 4 p.m.
What?
That's a 7-hour wait, 7-hour delay. And then the next morning, Longstreet decided that the Army of Northern Virginia needed to go on the defensive when they were already set up to be on the offensive. They had the Union in defensive positions, and Lee was better on the offensive. Longstreet sent out scouts to find a good place that the Army of Northern Virginia could defend when he should have been attacking. There could have been a 3-pronged attack. Ewell from the north on the left flank, Longstreet from the south on the right flank, and Stuart from behind. Now, Stuart couldn't get there. Ewell attacked, and Longstreet didn't attack until what we know today as the infamous Pickett's Charge, and that just came way too late. Stuart was laid with the blame for this, and I think this is just going to follow him for the rest of his career and ruin him.
Well, I think that's just about it for us at the Battle Center.
That's right. Thanks for that great discussion on the Battle of Gettysburg, Steve. Join us next week for the battles of the Western Frontier. Remember, you heard it here first.